I hope you don't mind, but you'll be my guinea pigs today. I'm trying something new out. Part of the fun of using the camera is that you begin to learn it, you begin to feel at one with it, and it becomes part of you. And that's important because obviously it's a part of my toolkit, it's my business, it's my machine, it's what I use. And it was bugging me that an iPhone is so great at shooting in different conditions. If I'm out filming holding the iPhone and if cloud's over, it still looks good. Whereas on here, I found I was struggling. And that's when I realised that I was being stupid. I was always shooting in full manual mode, which is great. And certainly say I would only ever really shoot log, and I love the C-Log 3 in here. I've seen how good it looks. It looks, considering the price of this camera, it looks fantastic. But it works best under constant and consistent lighting, really good conditions. If it's a bright sunny day without a cloud in the sky, that'll look fantastic. Obviously in the studio it looks fantastic. But where it struggles is, say, on a day like today with some clouds, I could be filming, clouds go over the sun, everything changes. And on the iPhone, for instance, that would look great. And I thought, well, there must be a way to do it on the Canon. Of course, it's coming out of being full manual and going into auto. So there are two settings. There's aperture or shutter priority. I've gone in for shutter priority, so I've got it still set for 1/50th. And I'm going to see how it looks. I've done nothing other than that. I've set the white balance, but everything else the camera's doing. So the camera's setting the ISO, the camera's setting the aperture. All I've set is the shutter. So it'll be interesting to see how this looks. I'm using the kit lens on it. But the reason this is important is when I'm on location in London shooting, and I'm going to be in London 2 days this week. So I've just booked my train ticket. Monday morning I'm going up to Waterloo. Then I'm going to get on the Circle Line over to Monument, and then I'm going to, hopefully, I've got a hotel booked for Monday evening. I can check in at 3, but hopefully they said I can leave my bags at the check-in, so then I can just get to London nice and early, dump my bags down, take my camera out and go and shoot. I've got 2 videos to shoot, well 3, I'm a bit of photography as well. So if you look back at some of my recent photographs, you'll see there was a cobbled street with the Shard at one end and the walkie-talkie building behind it. I'm staying on that street, and it's perfect location, so I'm going to try and really muller myself. The idea is that that shot that I took was great. I took it in the afternoon, but I want to try and get it at the blue hour, at sunrise coming up. So be up at, I don't know, 3 o'clock in the morning, 3:30 in the morning, to get it with both those buildings just as the sun's coming up. Then I want to get it as the sun's going down, and then I want to get it at night as well, when the lights are on the building. That shot itself was great, but if I can get it at those 3 different times a day, so that's going to mean me being up at crazy hours. And not only am I trying to do photography, although photography will have to take a second. Oh, it's also around the corner from St Dunstan's, where I shot the lovely little church garden. I did 2 or 3 shots there. I don't know what that would look like at night. I know they lock it, but it'd be interesting to see what that looks like at night as well. So I'm in a lovely little area of London, and there's a little bird running in front of me. It's ever so sweet. I think it's a chaffinch, I would say. I'm no specialist on birds. Anyway. So I'm in a great spot of London. I've got 2 sponsors videos to make, one for Joyroom Products, and they've got a charging brick, and one for ESR, which is a 3-in-1 charger. So both lend themselves to travelling. That's why I decided I'm being paid by both of them, so that's money I could do without spending. I'm in London doing both those videos, and I also want to shoot a video for the channel on the iPad mini. So I'm going to try and shoot 3 videos. I've got all sorts of notes made out. I'm getting much better at this kind of location. Now this will be interesting. The clouds have just gone over the sun. So it'd be really interesting to see how the Canon in shutter priority mode deals with that. Hopefully it should alter the exposure and it should look okay still. It looks a little bit cloudy, but I mean it is a cloudy moment now. So anyway, that's why I want to go into this TV mode, as Canon calls it. So I've got a lot of work ahead of me. What I do now, I just write out in Ulysses, I do my writing there, whatever, even if it's notes, and I've just got everything written out in there as to what I need to achieve, where I'm going to be doing it. Some shot of Waterloo, some walking down London streets, some in a hotel room, some in the bar. I've got all sorts of locations. I need to shoot some B-roll, of course, as well for both products. I need to shoot thumbnails, and I need to shoot some B-roll for the iPad as well. Now this week's video, so it's going to be a very, very, very busy week. And I've been in here since about 8:30 this morning because I've started to pack. It's kind of sad, but it's equally, it needs doing. And I'm the sort of person, when there's something like this happening, it's just move on. So I've been in touch with the new studio, still no paperwork or anything, it's very relaxed, but I went there this week and all the furniture's out. They're decorating this week, putting new carpet down next week, and then I can begin to take stuff over. So I figured I'd begin to pack up now, run out of moving crates. I'm getting some more moving crates dropped off. I've got a bit more than I thought, but it's totally doable. I'll have it all packed down because I'm not going to record here much now. It's going to, between now and then, it's all going to be in London, I would have thought. And equally, this time is going to run away from me in July. I just know it is. So I thought, get it packed down now. most of it anyway. I've done all I can. I've got one cupboard and a few bags and stuff to carry down. We've got the desk carry, but at least the beginning, or the back of it's been broken now. Also, camera stuff. I have bought a cage for the camera. The only thing I don't really like about the R50V is that the handle on the side is really narrow, and I find my finger goes on to where it goes into autofocus and manual focus, and it's too easy to nudge. So I bought a cage just to give myself a little bit more grip. I don't want to add to the size of the Canon because it's so good for carrying around. If you watch Pete's video this week about the PowerShot V1, it's the sister phone of this. And for the same reasons he was talking about it, those two were released together, and I went for this one because it's got the interchangeable lens. But I just love these cameras for what they're capable of doing. But the cage was a sensible thing just to give it a bit more grip. But also I bought a handle on top. So now I can mount my field monitor. So again, I won't take it to town all the time. It's battery powered, or I can power it off one of the power banks I've got with me. But now I can actually have a decent monitor. So when I'm in the hotel room, for instance, now, I'll be able to put the monitor on top of the camera and use the cold shoe, because it's got a cold shoe mount on it as well. So I can have the mic in here and have the monitor on top and just make it into a much better run and gun kind of filming rig. I don't think I'll be in a position to buy another camera anytime soon. So I want to make the very best of this. And I am beginning, I think, to begin to push this now and use all of its abilities. And if I'm in the hotel room, and when I'm in that street or hotel, I don't imagine the hotel room windows were open. I want to try and do some time lapse as well. But obviously you need to be on a tripod, you need to be there for quite a time. So I'll just see what happens. Maybe as it's getting dark, I could go outside and film for half an hour and hope that the power's okay and just film clouds coming across or something. That's what I'd like to try to get some time lapse in there as well. Oh, the magazine. That is the hard copy of the magazine. I don't know how well that's coming out, but that is the hard copy of the magazine that's got me featuring, obviously the cover shot as well. And I got some prints of that yesterday, of that particular shot. A large format printer I know did something for me, and he was using a new paper, and it looks absolutely gorgeous. And a couple of other things before I wrap up. Over the weekend, I decided to try and find contact emails for both DJI, whose gimbal I use, of course, the Ronin Mini RS3, and also Insta360. They both make vlogging type cameras. I'm now able to say a published photographer. I've left them a link to the PDF in the email that I sent. So I'm hoping, you never know, I would make either of those videos for free because I rate them so highly. I would make either of those videos for free, and it'd just be nice to get a little bit of kit. I've been in touch, I'm going to have to leave it now, been in touch with Hollyland a few times, offered to do it for free. I'm just not hearing back from them. So for whatever reason, they sent me this one a year and a half ago, and since then they just ghosted me. I've done all I can do. I'm going to leave that one now. And also, the very last thing I wanted to mention, it's really busy, not here so much, but where I live, helicopters. It's the British Grand Prix Day, Silverstone, and it is horrendously busy with helicopters back and forth the whole time. As I was leaving to come here this morning, there's a load of helicopters constantly taking off to go to Silverstone. I can guarantee you tonight at 7 o'clock, there'll be loads of helicopters coming back. But the last thing to mention is I think I've solved the car situation as well. I got fed up with Clive this week. The boot stayed halfway open, and I just thought, right, go down to the dealership. As expected, the BMW dealership was useless. And basically got nowhere. But then I phoned BMW Finance, and it's going to cost me 70 quid to get out of this. I've paid enough now that all it's going to cost me is 70 quid to get out of. And I have seen the most gorgeous 2010 or 2009 black SLK 3-litre Mercedes, 39,000 miles, full Mercedes-Benz service history, 4 owners. The guy did get back to me today. It's in an Auto Trader, and it's not far from where I live. It's very, very near to where I live. He's away on holiday, doesn't get back to next week. So hopefully, my plan is it takes about 3 weeks to get rid of this car. So I'm going to get the wheels into motion this week, which hopefully means I'll be done with it before I have to make the payment, because I think the next payment goes out about the 25th, 26th. And if I find that I haven't got a car for any reason, I think I'll just rent a car for a week, because it's still going to be cheaper than paying the ticket on that, and then try and get my hands on that Merc. If that Merc's not around, okay, that's a bit of a problem. There were others available, but that one looked lovely. The only thing is that it's cheap on insurance, because I can get it on classic car insurance, because this car's been doing about 7,500 a year, but don't forget, that's, I think it's 10 miles each way, so that's 20 miles a day, 100 miles a week, sometimes, isn't it? So 10 miles a day, 50 miles a week. So I'm going to be saving at least 250 miles a week, because I won't be driving. I can walk to the new studio. So I reckon my mileage is going to be down some more in the region of 5,000 miles. So I've got it in classic car insurance. I think I can insure it for about £400. I might get it fractionally cheaper. And it's The only downside is that because it's 3 litre and it's a 10-year-old car, the road tax is high. It's about 500 quid on road tax. But my thought is, I don't think they're going to depreciate much from here. It might go up in value. I want this to be my forever car. I did have a couple of cars that I really loved. One was a Triumph CR6, one was a Lotus Esprit S4. And the Lotus I should definitely have kept. I made a mistake and got rid of it. But this car, also, it's got a 6 CD interchanger in it. It's going back old school. And I bet you I'll also be able to plug in my iPod into it as well. So I'm really enjoying. And this week on the video, someone noticed the notebook and really enjoyed the notebook as well. So fingers crossed, out of this quagmire that I've been through financially this year, the mortgage was really weird. Mortgage went out this week, or last week, but it went out at the old rate. I have no idea what's going on. So anyway, I've got sort of the money provision in case it comes through, blah, blah, blah. But anyway, I've got rid of Sky, which I've had for 25 years because I just don't use it anymore. So I've got rid of that. Sadly, I've stopped paying the fee to the podcast host as well, which means all of my radio shows and the minus 16s that were on the radio, the video versions will still be on YouTube. I've stopped paying that because that was costing me 50 quid a month to not use. And Riverside FM, I've cancelled the subscription on that. That was about to renew, and that was £300 for the year. So I'll be making savings in as many places as I can. And I think all of these things should be fairly meaningful. The new studio is £100 a month cheaper than here. The car I'm going to borrow from myself, as it were, and then pay back. And also it's a car, so that's £350 a month I've been paying on that car, which I hate, absolutely hate. And that's going to stop. So I've made some meaningful savings, and hopefully I can get my hands on a car that I really, really like. I'm eager to see what this looks like in shutter priority mode. It could be the answer to my problems that I've been having. Because, as I say, I always shoot in Rec 709 anyway when in London, but just a minute ago when the clouds came over, it'd be really interesting to see how it handled that and how it's handling very bright light now. Right, it was just a quick catch up. I've got a bit more to do. I might go to Heathrow today because I want to do one scene for the Joy Room video with planes in the background. So I might drive to Terminal 5 this afternoon and quickly record that. And then the rest of it's all going to be recorded in London this week. Got lots to do. I know it's going to be a busy week. And then the back end of this week's all going to be editing because both of these videos have got to go up, I think, one's on the 13th, one's on the 14th, so the following week. So I need to get them over to the clients for approval. But they have seen the outlines of the stories. They're all happy with it. So hopefully it should be nice plain sailing. Right. Let me go and get this done, have some food, and then I can move on to the next part of the day, which possibly could be Heathrow. I'll speak to you at some point during the week. I'll almost certainly vlog from the hotel room, either on Monday or Tuesday, to let you know how things are going. So I'll speak to you from London over the next couple of days. See you then. Cheers, bye.